If an article should fall, please stay seated until the next stop and inform the nearest cast members. With exciting shopping, dining, and live entertainment will be returning.
Wow. It's kind of amazing when you stop and think about it.
Tens of thousands of people coming and going every day.
Just think of all the planes and buses and airport shuttles and trams and cars.
Ubers and taxis and bikes.
Well, maybe some bikes.
And even monorails that it takes to move all these people around to get them in to Disneyland.
Just think about it, tens of thousands of people per day.
Hundreds of thousands of people a week.
That's millions of people every year.
Coming from all over the world to walk under this archway into the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy.
Kinda mind-blowing.
Lots of other things in the world are popular and big, but it would take a lot to be Disneyland big.
Happy holidays, everyone. We're back
at Disneyland.
Still Christmas here as well.
I may have missed out on most of the holidays because of the move,
but luckily it's still Christmas here till the first week of January.
Bonus Christmas! Look at that, all the garlands are still hung up there. Still got the Christmas tree up, the Christmas wreaths.
And of course, it wouldn't be Christmas without
Christmas crowds.
Although, I've got to be honest with you, it's much less crowded than I expected it to be.
We are wedged right between Christmas and New Year's.
The busiest season of them all here at the park.
And as crowded as it is out here, it really doesn't feel that bad. Ooh, Christmas cotton candy.
There's a tongue twister for you. I lit a candle for my Christmas cotton candy. 15 times fast. Go!
Oh, and don't get me wrong, it's busy here at the park.
But something about it still feels nice.
It's weird, isn't it? Sometimes you can go into a crowd and it just feels nasty.
And other times you can walk into a crowd in the same place, maybe in the same week,
and it still feels nice, even fun.
Christmas at Disneyland can get pretty crowded. I missed Christmas Day at the park this year. Kinda thankfully, I was moving a mattress, you know, I was busy.
But if you want to see crazy at Disneyland, usually New Year's Day is much, much worse.
I'm assuming that's what's up with these banners on either side of the castle.
Disneyland's getting ready to party.
The last couple years at Disneyland on New Year's Day and New Year's Eve,
they've had all kinds of crazy DJ stations set up and dance parties going on.
Tons of media, of course.
Because Southern California and especially Orange County doesn't have any landmark bigger than this.
I'm still on the fence as to whether or not I even want to attempt coming here on New Year's Eve or not. See the crowds in the park today?
Oh, that gets much worse on New Year's Eve, believe me.
But at the same time, whose party is going to top Disneyland's?
Now, of course, at the moment, it's Christmas vacation.
So everybody's out of school, lots of people are out of work.
Well, off of work. You know, out of work in a good way.
People are celebrating the holidays.
So what better time to go to Disneyland? See, you guys are probably looking at this and thinking, dang, that is crowded. Extra long lines for Snow White. Nice hour-long plus wait for Peter Pan. Slow-moving traffic through Fantasyland.
For once, Mr. Toad has all the traffic that he can handle.
Even King Arthur's carousel's lines sticking out into the street.
Now I realize this seems crowded.
But actually, for this time of year, I'm pleased to find any space at all.
This is much better than last year, and I think I know why.
This year, in 2016, Disneyland completely changed their annual pass structure. What used to be the top tier annual pass had 2 weeks, right before Christmas all the way till just after New Year's.
Completely blocked out.
That means that this year, 4 out of the 5 levels of annual pass holders at Disneyland cannot get into the park during this time. As a matter of fact, the new top tier pass here is several $100s more than the one beneath it just to get in during these 2 weeks.
Now this doesn't seem like it would make a whole lot of difference, except
that even though the precise number is a closely guarded secret,
the best information says that Disneyland has over 1 million annual pass holders.
That sounds like a crazy, far-fetched exaggeration.
But believe me, living down here and seeing the number of Disneyland annual pass holder stickers just on people's cars in the local area,
I could easily believe 1 million and upwards.
But look at how jam-packed this area is.
And then figure that even if it was just a quarter of that number that could have come to the park during those 2 weeks anyways.
You're talking about 250,000 less visitors in that jam-packed time.
So I'm wondering if maybe, just maybe, that has something to do with the better vibes this time than last time this year.
Mostly because, and listen, this is a little pot calling the kettle, and I'm speaking from experience. I got 4 fingers pointing right back at me when I point this one.
Generally speaking, annual pass holders tend to be the complainers.
I'm not picking on anybody, but just think about it. I mean, you're from Poughkeepsie, New York, right?
You You've come all the way from the frozen Northeast to sunny Los Angeles to visit relatives for Christmas. You come to Disneyland for your first time ever. There's no Matterhorn in Poughkeepsie. You're gonna be stoked to ride on this bad boy. So standing in this long line isn't gonna be a problem for you. But if you live down the street and you come here every Wednesday, and last week this line was 15 minutes long, you are going to be way more likely to be the one to complain, right? Just common sense, just common sense. A lot of people were kind of cranky with Disney for this decision, but personally, I think it's a good one. Number one, hospitality, right? Let the visitors have first dibs on all these rides and attractions. And number two, come on. If you're here every Wednesday, do you really want to be here when it's this packed?
Reach them out. Allow the force of love. Good. Look at that. Excellent. Yes.
Now I'm only down here because the only attraction I was interested in seeing today
were the Christmas crowds themselves. Wow, look at them. Look at all the strollers over here parked by Autopia.
I would never try to stand in line to ride the submarines on a day like today.
But I know plenty of people who used to come here at the most crowded time of year expecting to get on their favorite rides.
And then they would stand in a line like this the entire time,
complaining about how long it is.
But I would say, well, why would you come down here then if you were just gonna get grumpy and complain about it?
And no exaggeration, more than half the time the answer was, well, it's on my pass anyways, I might as well come down here.
So I'm just saying, I understand why they made the change.
Look at all these people stoked to see Darth Vader over there.
It's pretty impressive, man. Where else on earth could you have crowds like this all packed together,
running each other over with strollers, stepping on each other's feet,
and still getting along so well?
I've been to a lot of places in this country so far in this life of mine.
Let me tell you, getting this many smiles on this many faces in this small of a space is difficult.
There's just something special about Disneyland. It's not just the rides, not just all the attractions and shows.
Not even just that it was well laid out and well thought out when it was being built.
You know what keeps this place so positive is the secret army of cast members.
That's what makes Disneyland different from anywhere else on earth.
Is all of those people at the end of those super long lines telling people where the bathrooms are, getting their popcorn,
and doing it all with a smile on their faces.
Dude, some of these cast members get surrounded and bombarded during the holidays.
People are hungry and tired. They've been in line for hours and they want their churro.
They need directions. They demand that their complaints be heard.
And the Disneyland cast members somehow
take care of the needs of all of these people and seemingly never lose their cool.
I don't know how they do it. They are my heroes.
I worked in a concession stand once, and if this many people were lined up for the nachos I was selling,
I would have had a panic attack and lost my mind.
Look at that churro line right there, and this dude,
like all the other cast members, cool as a cucumber.
Even Indiana Jones is satisfied.
Dude, it's impressive. I'm telling you, I watch the cast members sometimes. I just sit there and watch the way they operate.
They work super hard, super helpfully,
and they knock it out of the park. I remember one time, a couple years ago, I had a garage sale, right? And first thing in the morning as I'm setting up the garage sale,
two dudes, just two guys, really pushy guys actually,
hopped out of a van and started asking me for prices on everything that I was still setting up. And I was like, oh, I can't handle this.
So when I see people like this directing traffic, answering questions,
and doing all those little extra things to put smiles on people's faces,
not only am I impressed, I'm actually inspired.
I'm sure there's exceptions. There's always exceptions.
I'm sure plenty of people could tell a nightmare story about a cast member who was having a bad day.
Dude, but by and large, these people are my heroes.
They are making the magic happen. Man, this is pretty wild. Even the Disneyland ducks look bamboozled.
They tried to bamboozle me, but I was too boozled to bam, as usual.
Today, I only get to come down to the park for a little tiny bit.
I've still got a ton of stuff to move.
And I'm trying desperately to get it all done before New Year's.
I somehow doubt that's gonna happen now, but still.
It's important to try.
Allie is not with me today because Allie
is at a very fancy salon today,
training for her new job.
Dude, the girl was out of beauty school for like 2 seconds.
She's already got a job lined up.
So that's why I decided to pop down, and just as I was pulling into the parking garage, I was tripping out on the sheer number of people, the massive scale.
Look at the size of this operation.
The sheer magnitude of it is astounding.
So anyway, nothing crazy going on down here today.
Except for these crazy crowds.
Holy Zamolians, you know it's crowded when you see this.
Look at that. Even the rope bridge has got a line winding through the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tarzan's treehouse.
Whoa.
Yeah, see, no, I'm okay with going through there when I can move sort of quickly.
But if I had to stop behind people and give myself time to look down, no way.
Dang, dude, check this out down by Rivers of America.
Wow, look at this.
Right across from Pirates, they're putting some kind of floating stage over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and guess that that right there is for New Year's.
Dang, looks like they're taking the party to the water even.
I don't know, it's a three-way tie right now. Either I come down to Disneyland on New Year's Eve, or I have New Year's Eve in my new place, like celebrate the new year and the new house.
Or I go to my friend Ernie's, who's having an 80s party for New Year's. Wait a minute. Look at this line.
Oh, no way. You know what that is?
That right there, from all the way back there, winding in and out of all this stuff.
That is the line for the Haunted Mansion.
Dude, holy moly.
No way.
Look behind the churro cart there. All those people, all these people are winding their way around all through here just to see Haunted Mansion Holiday.
Dude, that is impressive.
Holy cow. Imagine being the people in charge of that line and dealing with that crowd.
See, and it's worth it to these people, man. There's a lot of people coming out of the exits smiling.
That is awesome, man. Look at how many people are getting stoked.
See, because there's two ways to look at everything. There's the complainy way.
Oh, no way. It's crowded. It's inconvenient. I'd never stand in that line.
And then there's the positive way, the me way.
Where I think, look at all these people having a good time, experiencing the magic.
Making memories together.
Maybe some new friendships, new romance.
Believe me, it took even me a long time to train myself to look at things that way.
But once you do, the world is a much better place.
Believe me, I have a short attention span and no patience.
So I still lose my cool sometimes too.
But it makes it a lot easier when you try to be like Pollyanna. Play the glad game and try to look on the bright side of life.
Wow. What a crazy day out here.
Dang, 120-minute plus line for Haunted Mansion.
People really love that Jack Skellington.
A lot of people.
Now, having said all of that stuff,
I think I've personally come near reaching my limit of being touched.
so for the moment, I think I've done my duty.
And I'll go home and keep moving.
Actually, I forgot, not only do I have to move stuff tonight,
I've got a bunch of mail stacked up in my house.
so it looks like Christmas isn't quite over for me either.
Time to get out of here. Out.
Whew, it's okay. We'll be back later.
For now, though, it's time to go. We'll take the monorail. No, we gotta take the car.
It'd be great if they had a monorail to Orange though, wouldn't it? Last year, Allie was here for Christmas.
And she was here as a visitor, so I had to spend all day, every day in the park with her.
Whew, so it's nice to be able to just stop in for a while, check it out.
And go check the mail. See what I mean here? Look at all this mail.
All this male and no female. Well, at least they can't reproduce. And look at this. Hello, beautiful. Hi, Julio.
It's nice to be home with my family.
Okay. Let's start with some packages, shall we?
Probably won't have time to show everything.
Especially not this whole sack of Christmas cards from you guys.
But we can check out some of it. Most of this came for Christmas. This particular package I've actually had for a while.
Check this out.
First of all, 10,000 points for the shag bag.
And check out the epicness inside.
Look at this, the king of cartoons.
Dude, sweet. Look at, they're a little dusty, but you got Jambi and the Puppet Land Band here. You got Globey and Randy.
Incidentally, when I was a kid, this is the only Pee-wee action figure that I had here.
A Pee-wee's Playhouse watch.
The king of cartoons, and something that really takes me back, Mickey Mouse color forms.
Dude, for those of you who don't know what color forms are, they were these little plastic guys. You peel them off and you could stick them in a scene of your choice. Don't care, opening it. See, check it out. There's your background there. And then here you have your characters. You just peel them off and you stick them onto the background. I don't know how old this is,
but these still work perfectly. Color forms took up way less space than toys. You played with them the same way. Color forms.
Dude, that is sick.
There's also some very vintage Disneyland photos here. Take a look at that. And a nice letter from Jim.
Dang, thanks, Jim.
The next thing is this envelope, which contained a gift inside, but didn't say from who.
But what a gift. Look at this book.
Vintage Star Wars knowledge.
Everything, vehicles, play sets, accessories, carrying cases, and of course, the figures.
I know what I'm reading tonight.
Dude, whoever sent that, Thank you. Next, we have a package from Panama.
Not the country, a person named Panama.
Apparently, they live by the Little Trees headquarters, which is right here, and they send me 3 little trees.
They've also sent me a bottle of dinosaur barbecue sauce, which is apparently gluten-free.
3 strange tubes? Oh, there's little confetti inside and stuff. Oh, I see.
I think we were supposed to pull those and explode them everywhere.
And a book by her mom about
A fictional character partly based on me and partly based on my friend Adam the Woo called 3 Shots Fired from Cinderella Castle?
That is interesting. Supposedly, according to the letter,
Adam and I are both separately mentioned by name somewhere in this book.
that is awesome. That's going in my book queue, right behind the Star Wars book.
Thank you guys, that's awesome.
Speaking of books, check out these books by a guy called Steve Harpster. Steve sent me these books for Christmas. Harp tunes. Frank has become a harp tune.
Thank you, Steve. I should make London use these.
Ooh, and they're signed. Hey, look. There's hope for me. Even I can learn to draw now. Next up was this. Eric and Marlene Cantor of Trader Sam's Coffee Company have sent me a package from the exotic parts of the world featuring...
Well, it could be anything. There could be a whole bowling alley in there. Fragile. That must be Italian.
Oh, I think that means fragile. Look at this. Skipper's Brew Jungle Banana Pie Trader Sam's Coffee.
Woo, that's a mouthful.
Oh my gosh, there's more in here. Oh my gosh, how many piles of coffee are in here? Oh, watch out for the warning label. Whoa, holy cow, look at this. Look at all of these Disney themed coffees. Main Street Haunted Mansion, Matterhorn. Look at this, look at this.
Even a Trader Sam's coffee mug.
Oh my gosh, Allie.
Look at this, look.
Look at this mug. It's your favorite kind of mug.
My favorite.
Dude, look how much coffee was in that box. Look how much coffee was in there.
I love coffee.
I don't drink coffee. Their letter says that it's gluten-free though, so I mean, I guess I'll give it a try, but Allie loves coffee.
Look at, they got Main Street coffee, they got Rocket coffee, they have Big Thunder Mountain coffee, Haunted Mansion coffee.
That's so cute.
10 points for presentation, 3 extra points for the labels, and 2 gold stars for the mug. I don't know what that equals to, but hey, thank you. What if it's all gross? What if it's really disgusting?
I don't think so.
Do we have a coffee maker?
Not yet.
Well then, how am I gonna try it?
Okay, fine, we'll get a coffee maker. At some point. At some point.
Okay, bye. Goodbye.
I don't know what she's doing. I never know what she's doing back there. Look at this. Now this looks like shoes.
But it's not shoes. In fact, this is a box of treats and a Christmas card sent to us by 5-year-old Elsie
and her mom Leanne from the UK. There's gluten-free treats in here. Gluten-free hobnobs.
Ooh, thank you guys. I need all the gluten-free treats I can get. Well, actually, I probably don't need any more treats, but I'm gonna have them anyway.
Oh, and a brochure for Disneyland Paris' anniversary. My home.
Soon.
I love you. Watching your videos. I would like to meet you one day. Elsie from the UK.
Thank you, Elsie. That's so sweet.
Okay, see, I don't think I have enough time for all of these. There's such cool stuff that people have sent me. I wish I could show it all.
But I've got to show you guys at least 2 more of these.
Speaking of Star Wars.
Not only did James and Tiffany send us this really nice Christmas card with $20 for IKEA in it, which is going to come in really helpful, believe me.
They've also sent this. Look at this.
Do you know what this is? It's a tauntaun, and not just any tauntaun. It's the tauntaun with the rubber belly you stick frozen Luke into.
And look, vintage Han Solo. We've got vintage Han on a Taun here.
Han on a taun. I like that. This guy's on a taun so much, we're gonna start calling him Tawny.
What's that, little Han? You're cold? Here, this'll keep you warm while I put the shelter up. Get in there. Ugh.
But I thought they smelled bad. on the outside.
Oh, there was so much great stuff. Like, people sent a really cool Star Wars shirt, and they sent all these really nice Christmas cards.
Thank you so much, everyone who sent me stuff. I didn't always have a place to film when I would open the mail.
Now that's changed, so hopefully I can keep up with it a little more often.
So I don't have time to open all this stuff, and it's been backing up and piling up, and I can't get to it all.
But I've got to show you guys what's rolled up right here. First of all, it came in this box. Check out this box right here. Aw, look how cute.
The return address says this is from Lydia Burns. Check out what's inside.
Look at this. Look what Lydia has created.
A Random Land Enchanted Tiki Room poster.
Look, she signed it over there. Look at the size of this thing. And look, that's me. I'm a tiki bird talking to Mr. Dapper. Look, there's Julio hidden in there even.
I'm a Disney poster.
Yes. Okay, people send me a lot of stuff, and I don't always have room for it. But this just might be getting a frame.
All right, now I've made a mess.
And it's time for me to be cleaning this up. Then I have to go to my mom's house and pick up more stuff from my old room.
Thank you all for hanging out with me in that crazy crowd earlier and helping me open up the mail.
You've done your duty. You can go in a tauntaun and sleep well.
Okay. I think that's it. I cleaned up the whole mess.
These things are so weird. I think you were supposed to pull it like that. It doesn't really explode, you know?
Oh, there was confetti inside. Cool. Oh, and jokes. There were jokes in there. Hey, Allie. Allie, what would you call a very funny mountain? Hilarious. Get it?
Good one. I got one.
What is it?
What do you call a blind dinosaur?
What?
Do you think he saw us?
Do you think he saw us? Do you think he saw us? Do you think he saw us?
That's also hilarious.
Right?